Hello and welcome. So, I'm going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic Crossword, and this is being published on Tuesday the 24th of June 2025, and as is Joker. So, look back in my record, says that most of the Joker puzzles, we've had this is number, we've already had 14 I think it is, or 13 so far. This is number 14 of the year, so 2 a month plus. Yeah, a little look back in the record says, yeah, about 2/3 of those have been done in about the kind of 13 to 14 minute range, but there are a few, another 3 or 4 that have been in the 25 or 26 minute range. And I'm looking, going, oh, it's a portcullis grid, difficult one where we've got all the checkers down the side and across the top, and the first letters of those clues, answers we don't have any help with. So I don't know. Let's reset the timer and just crack on. Bird arranged in casserole. That'd be casserary or something, but accepted a deadly sin. Agreed. Swindle involving £1 is a coin, I suppose. Con with a 1. House in Cork, area of little height. House in Cork. Living head of state, losing power. Monarch, emperor, king. There's a lot of letters there. Living. Okay, fair contest between knights. Naught is ruled out. Joust? Just and joust. I'm going to break that down too much. Cut nails back. Cut lops. Spool nails back. So that probably suggests it should be an S. Pause. Swap. Carry ties. Carries family headgear. Cap. Kin. Skin. Bear's skin. Yeah, bear skin. In where I am, even parts of units will be built in. Gosh. In where I'm even parts of units are the N and the T will be built in. In where I am. Here. NT. RE. Built in. Don't know. In where I am. Okay, earn millions as keen entrepreneur initially. Millions make. I guess that's easy, isn't it? Yeah, simple. There's an acrostic. Yep. Compulsion to put clothes over uniform. Urge. Uniform. There's you in there for something. The uniform. Don't know where that's going. Shoot messenger. God, I can't think. Okay, well, not bad, not great. No Parisian will accept an extreme emperor. No is no, negative. Parisian, I would have thought it was non. Parisian will accept, or is it Monsieur or Rene? An emperor. Book illustration is perfect. Is perfection in a way. Such as the name of the book. Oh, a book should say small item of furniture is not likely to topple. Stable. Ain't gonna happen as a small chair. Not likely to topple is. What's attractive? Green at first. Introduced by French artist. Green at first. Marguerite. There's a G there for green at first is in there somewhere, isn't it? Don't know. Girl's love is knight in shining armour. Love is not Sir knight in shining armour. Cool. Only chaps in trade turned out further tailoring. That's readjustment for some reason, but I don't know. Men is chaps, isn't it? Only chaps, just men in re-add T trade anagram. turned out to be wow. Okay, born in want to a larger degree is need, nay. Perfectionist, staff left care regularly. Care regularly be I. Perfectionist is a staff left care regularly. What is it? An anagram. Staff, man, stick. Well, staff is a stick. Stick. Kind of KI again, can't I? Desperate starlet finally bears chest. Desperate starlet is a chest is your breast. Bears could be an anagram of bears, but then T for chest doesn't really work, does it? Oh, gosh, important route for vessel. A B road. Can't be abroad, can it? Important. No. Any number working outside university term. Any number. Working is on. Any. Noun? Yeah, term is a noun, isn't it? I think that's a term is a noun. Wow, okay, there's my U from whatever that was. Uniform, wasn't it? Gosh, that has not gone well. Bird arranged in casserole. Don't think that's a hidden word, but casserole in arranged would say an anagram, but there's not an anagram bird in. Okay, maybe casserole would be a put in there. Let's try that. Small line of furniture. No. This one, what's attractive? No. This one, girls love. I've looked at all these ones, haven't I? Come back to the crosses. House in Cork. Area of little heights. Of little height, dwarfish or something. Area of little height. Living head of state, losing power. I would think there's an ing there, because that G I was thinking on it. So living would be head of state would be a king. That's an I. It's Y to furniture though, ending in is not likely. Don't like that. Well, cut nails back. With their nails, then they've got an S. I would have thought cut is to snip, which is pins, I guess. Okay, that's fair enough. No Parisian. So that was non, isn't it? N. Except an extreme. An emperor is Napoleon. Okay, I don't know why that is. An extreme. A pole. An extreme. A pole. Okay. That can't be the bird arranged. Don't think there's a. Whatever. Book illustration is perfection in a way. Is that just an anagram of perfection? Perfection. Also, book illustration, if that is a anagram of perfection with a is or an in on it. Don't know. Desperate, starlet, finally bears. Chest. There's breast, I think. I think it's the final of starlet. Wow, with bears as an anagram. Let's go with that from it. This one, compulsion to put on, so that's an urge. Put on clothes over uniform. No. Dress, duress. Duress, dress. Oh gosh, well, he's really hammering us the old joker. In where I am, even parts of units. So that's the even parts of units. NT will be built in. Ent. Oh, this one. Important route for vessel. Aorta. Veins. Shoot messenger. Stickler, this isn't it? That's I got the wrong parts of key. That's why stickler. Okay. Shoot. Cannon. Messenger. Put that in just so I can take out the R, so I can work a bit easier. Less clues down there to look at. Right. Back to the 6 cross. Bird arranged in casserole. Got no idea what that clue really wants me to do, to be honest. This one. I think that's plate, but I don't know why it would be plate. If that was an A, in where I am will be built into even parts of units. Don't want even parts of will, IL, until, into. Where I am. Okay, so in I'm, in I'm, I think. Even parts of units will be. So that'll be, what did I say? Until. Doesn't really work, does it? In where I am. What's attractive? Green at first. Introduced by French artist. I think Magritte was one of the artists, but I can't see how Magritte would be attractive. This one, house in Cork area. Gosh. Girls love. Love is knight in shining armour. Don't think I've got a hidden word there, because there's only one E and that's in love, so knight is an N. Hero. Her O. Okay, house in Cork, area of little area. Little area is. I want to put pentagon or something there, but house, Ago, Sligo. I don't really know about this thing here for. I was thinking living, wasn't I? Living. Head of state is an S. Losing power is. Living is. Losing power, yes. So head of state is S. Losing power is E. Not ejecting. Sedating, seeping. Living. Oh, living, I think. Look at this one. Perfection in a way. book illustration is a... I can't think they're plates, aren't they? Plates are book illustrations, but I can't think what we call them. Boilerplates, not boilerplates. Because coin is blocking that in a way. Into that isn't really working that clear. In where I am, even parts of units. I think the in parts of units are NT. And then am I expect to put the IL, which really doesn't make any sense. Built in. Int. Important root for vessel. I'm going to go Armada, but I don't think that's going to be right. A route is a road. Short. Ringer. Shoot. Ring. Ringer. I think that's right. Ringer, ranker. Or that could be street, maybe for a route. Shoot. Sender. Messenger. Important is A1. A vessel. Maybe just A. I wonder if that'd be abroad, didn't I? If that was abroad, ABR, OAD. That's interior. Is that interior? No, it can't be interior. In where I am. In. It will be built in. I am intimated into not really even sure about that INT really. Inth better arranged. I there. Small item of furniture, not like to topple. ING doesn't look very good there, really, does it? If one of the different artists is being Magritte, why does that work or doesn't it work? What's attractive? French at first introduced. G RAT. It's magnet, isn't it? I've seen that one now. I think about it. I've seen that. Manet, yeah, Manet magnet. Okay, which blows my theory of that being in whatever it was. Sediment. Sediment. No. The state losing power is living is sentient. Sentient. Living is sentient. Head of state. Losing power is entient. Don't think so. Resident. Okay. Resident and president. It's that simple. Book illustration is perfection. In a way, I could still have an anagram there, couldn't I? Let's just tick off the letters. Perfection is PERFECTNIO. And I'm going to perfection is, or perfection in. I think it is. And theoretically I've got rid of the P, the I, the N, and the E. Yeah, it's a small table. I did say small stable originally, I just didn't figure out. Of little house in Cork. Area of little height is, sorry, area or of little height, Cork area. I'll put Benidorm in there, I'm going to fit. Bing, bang, bang, bung, go low, okay. Bung, that's a house, yeah, bungalow. Bird arranged in casserole. That'd be something like a stew, but perfection in a way. In where I am, even parts of units will be built in. Unless maybe we've got even, which is something like yet. Don't think it's going to be, but I've been wrong on just about every other clue so far in terms of guessing them, magnets and residents and things. In, okay, in is in. Where I am, inanimate. Even parts of units would be NT, needs to go somewhere, probably there. Will be built in inherent now, inherent, okay. Important role, a street. A vessel is but that's breast now. That's a what is that then? Maybe there's another. Maybe there's an anagram there because there's another E gone. But book illustration book is perfection in a way. A little sphere is about the only way that'll fit there. Hemisphere, coinosphere, manosphere. Important. A street. For a vessel. And this, shoot messenger. That's going to be hard to get to, I think. Shoot is to I'll put sender, but sender doesn't work as a for messenger, but it doesn't really work for the other half. Shoot. We're thinking like a plant shoot. feel for that one. Important route for vessel. Could be A1, I suppose, can it? A1, 8. Route. Vessel Astra. Right, let's go look at this bird again. Bird arranged in casserole. I can't think of a word for casserole really beyond stew. So I'm going to write this out horizontally just to give myself a chance to see it. N, something I, something P, something E, something E. It could be peace, couldn't it? And peace would actually fit as an anagram. Let's cross those off. So I've now got, we've got left R, F, T, S. Frontispiece. Gosh, no wonder I wasn't getting that without help. That's a bit of a word, isn't it, for that? Parrot. Why is that parrot? Bird's a parrot. Arranged, ARR, in pot. Wow. Okay, I said there were some of these jokers every so often that come out about 26 minutes, but here I'm at 26 and still struggling through. Shoot messenger. Unfortunately, I can't now give up, can I, with 2 left? Or I can, but not for a while. Important route. I still think that's a street. But vessel, I'm given some of these words, frontispiece and parrot, plumanac. Shoot messenger. Shoot. Not like to be ZX. Can, con. Doesn't seem very likely. Van, vin, von, vendor. Render. Banter, bandum. Let's look at it from the perspective of this actually. 4 is pro, but that doesn't really work. Astropro, vessel. Astern. I really want to put ringer in here, but I can't think ringer for either of them really. Ranker, render, run, rin, ron. Act. There's not a lot, again, not a lot of things will fit in there. AWT, no. Art, yes. At. Important route. Probably not, really. Apt. My brain isn't really thinking about this anymore. I've kind of gone to sleep on it, but astern feels like the one I want to put in there, but that isn't really going to pass. Can't be a double. Important. vessel list is not good. Messenger. Shoot. Winger. Wangler. One, win. Could be an E. Don't want us to go through these. Messenger. 10. Shoot. Cancel. Banner, binner, bonner, banner. Excuse me while I have a swig of cold tea. Messenger. Angel. Sender keeps coming back. Let's think about that. Ast. Important. Okay, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. A route. Route for a vessel. Astute. Route could be A1. Important would be A1. At sea. At. Art. Important. S. A. Art. Route BRT. If it's important though, I don't see what. Route would be path, lane, way. Apt. Out. Actual. It's just not a lot of letters going there. AN. Excuse me. 33 minutes. Ant. Right. I'll just put the video on pause and have a think to myself. So, 33 minutes at the moment. Okay, well, I've been on an extensive alphabet drawing. I'm just wondering if this is runner. So, I don't know, like a runner being as a shoot, isn't it? And a runner as a messenger, which then leaves that to be ast. Don't know what it'd be. Ast something. Let's see, A something, T something, R. Astern? Doesn't really work. Important route. Atria? Arteria? Artery. They are. Artery. I think that's the answer. 44 minutes 27 with about 20 minutes spent on those last two. Wow. Okay, I did actually think vessel. I think I said earlier about aortas and things. So after it was right. That's just not QC for my book. Right, let's go through the clues as best I can. Wow. So yeah, parrot is a bird. Arranged is abbreviated to ARR. Now I've never seen that. I've seen arrived, but not arranged. And in casserole, casserole is a pot. Accepted is agreed. We've got A in the clue, and then greed is one of the deadly sins. A swindle is a con involving one, so I for one gives you a coin, which is the pound, maybe. House is a bungalow. Cork is a bung. A for area, and little height is low. Living is resident. Head of state is the president, losing P for power, so president becomes resident. Fair is just. Contest between knights is a joust, but take the O of naught is ruled out, so take the O out. Joust becomes just. To cut is to snip, and nails are pins going backwards. If you carry something, you bear it. You bear the load, you carry the load. And so carries is bears, and family are kin, which gives you the bear skin, which is that big, for example, is that big black furry thing, because it's bear skin, that you see the guards outside of Buckingham Palace wearing. Gosh, something that's built in is inherent. In is in the clue. Where I am is here. And even parts of units are NT, so second and fourth letters of units. Got a simple acrostic here, so when I looked at this initially I got a bit stuck, because I'm not stuck, but I was thinking mentally stuck. So to earn is to make, and then we've got an acrostic as indicated by initially of millions as keen entrepreneur. But I was trying to do something with, I mean, M is millions abbreviation as well, but here it's really just the, well, it can be either way really. But yeah, the acrostic is millions as keen entrepreneur, simply. Compulsion is duress. You put someone under compulsion, you put them under duress, I suppose. To put clothes over uniform. So U is uniform in the NATO phonetic alphabet, clothes are dress. Yeah, so a shoot, I think in this case is like a runner bean is a type of shoot, and a messenger is a runner. Tough. Tough pair, that last pair I looked at. No in Parisian is non. So yeah, French word for no is non. Will accept an extreme, so a pole. An emperor is Napoleon. Book illustrations, the frontispiece, which is an anagram of is perfection in a way, is your anagram indicator. Small item of furniture is a small table. S for small. Not likely to topple is because it's stable. What's attractive is a magnet. Magnets attract things, don't they? Green at first is a G, introduced by French artist. So the French artist is Manet. Girls love, so her O for love. Girls is her, and knight in shining armour, it could be her hero. Only chaps are just men, going in an anagram of trade, so R-E-A-D, and the T on the end is trade, anagrammed. Turned out is your anagram indicator for those, and further tailoring is readjustment. Born is nay. You want, you need. I mean, they're not synonymous exactly, but quite often people do use them incorrectly. I want that, I need that, even though they don't really want it, they need it, or don't really need it, they want it. To a large degree, it's saying take the D off, so need becomes nay or knee. Perfectionist is a stickler. A staff is a stick. Alpha left, and then the second and fourth letters of Keir regularly indicates that. Desperate is an anagram indicator that the T of starlet, i.e. the final letter of starlet is a T, and bears is an anagram of breast, which is a chest. Important route, so I've got double definition here. Important route is the artery, and a vessel is an artery, so they're both important routes in their way, but important route, the artery tends to be referring to kind of traffic stuff. Any number is n. Any number is n. Working is on. outside of U for university. So it gives you a term, which is a noun. So there we go, 44.27. That's probably the slowest solve I've done this year. Anyway, there we go. Thanks for watching.